Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can safely enter your computer, and once you're inside, how to access and replace your storage and your memory. So first thing, power down your computer, make sure that it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip your computer over to access the bottom case screws. Now we're going to remove all of the screws noted by the red arrows. The screws noted at the blue arrows are underneath rubber components, so you're going to need to pry those off before you can get at those screws. You can use either a small flat pry tool or a very small, very flathead screwdriver. You're then going to take a small flat pry tool and go around the seam of the bottom case and pry it off from the rest of your computer. Now it's generally best to start near the back two corners and pry down the sides towards the front, but in this computer the front actually popped up a little bit and it was easier to go at it from that way first and go down the sides towards the back. Make sure to not put the pry tool too far in, you could damage some internal components. Just keep it on the edge, go nice and slow but firm, and you'll be able to get that bottom case off. After you do, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. Now, as a general computer repair side note, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging anything in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like any help with tools or supplies for your computer project, as well as any of the replacement and upgrade parts for this specific model computer, I will have a link above, also below in the description, and it will be a list of all the tools and supplies as well as the replacement and upgrade parts for this computer. Now, before touching anything in a computer, it's always best to unplug your battery first. Computers are safer to work on when as little power as possible is running through them. In order to access your battery plug, you need to peel back this guard. It's not screwed down, it's held down by either double-sided tape or glue, so you can very easily just gently peel that back. The battery is held down by the screws noted near the red arrows, and it plugs into the motherboard near the blue arrow. To unplug the battery, you would simply lift that plug straight up and off, and it will snap off of that port. As far as storage, noted by the red arrows, this computer has two M.2 NVMe PCIe ports. They both take 2280 sized Gen 4 solid-state drives. I will have all that information below in the description for your reference, but I will also include several replacement and upgrade options for you in that list with all of those tools, supplies, and replacement parts. I will have a 1 terabyte stick, a 2 terabyte, and a 4 terabyte stick to choose from. In addition to that, if you're looking for some larger bulk long-term storage, I will have a couple different external drives for you. One a solid-state drive, one a hard drive. Also, keep in mind, if you are installing a new drive onto this computer, you may need to install an operating system onto it afterwards. I will have video tutorial links below in the description showing you how to do that. Also, be aware that if you're replacing a drive that has gone bad, it's usually possible to recover data even from those bad drives. I will have more information about that below in the description as well. As far as the memory in this computer, I will have all the RAM specs below in the description for your reference. However, the RAM in this model is not removable or replaceable. It's soldered to the motherboard, so it is part of the motherboard. It's kind of a pain if you are looking for upgrade options as far as your memory is concerned, but more and more computer models are becoming like that these days. Thanks again so much for watching. Please remember to like and share if this helped you out, if you think it can help someone else out. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoy DIY computer content like this, or if you just want to keep me on hand to answer any of your future computer questions. I do try to answer all questions throughout my channel at least a couple times a day. Also, feel free to check out the related links section below in the description. From time to time, I do try to add things in there that I think will help you with your general computer life, make it more productive, more enjoyable. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.